Welcome to SmegChris Review. As well as reviewing a film, I'll be giving you my top 10 films of 2017. Apparently I've only watched 23 films all year. I need to move to the cinema. Do you think they'll allow me to pitch my tent in their foyer? Anyway, on to my review of Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. As sequels go, this one is great. It doesn't repeat the original like sequels tend to do, but it doesn't forget its origins either. It starts off in 1996, a year after the original, where we see the board game get shelved, only for it to take on a new form in the shape of a video game cartridge. Then, like before, someone is sucked into the game. Then we move on to current times, where we're introduced to 4 teenagers who are given detention, and that's where they find the game. And of course they get sucked into the game too. That's what happened to Alan Parrish in the original movie, but we didn't actually get to see where he went to. In this sequel we do. And it is a riot. The comedy is brilliant, mainly from Jack Black. But that doesn't mean everyone else isn't good. Karen Gillan was fantastic, Dwayne Johnson has perfect comedy timing, and I actually like Kevin Hart for once. There is the obvious cliche of the characters learning from each other and about each other, but that doesn't stop the fun. There is plenty of adventure and action too. You also see a few nods to the original movie that I found to be sweet. One thing people seem to have noticed is at the end of the first film, the board game was washed up on a beach where people were speaking French, and at the beginning of this film, again it is found on a beach, but in America. I don't see a problem with that. The game is mystical after all. It changed from a board game to a game cartridge. Surely it can find its way back to where it originated. Besides, how do we know that there wasn't an adventure in France? For all we know, at the end of that, they tossed it back into the water and it made its way back again. Just saying. Because it is a video game they're playing, I love the way those elements were integrated. And because they got 3 lives each, seeing how they lose them was funny too. There is a menacing bad guy who seems one-dimensional, and a gang that follow him who seem to be run-of-the-mill types, but I think all of that was intentional. Most video game bad guys are the same. The film does start a little slowly at the beginning, but once it gets to the jungle, things vastly improve. If you enjoyed the original, then you should enjoy this too. I give Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle and a thumb up for a great cast. Now it's time for me to give you my top 10 films of 2017. Remember, I haven't seen every film in the past year. I wish I had time to do that. So forgive me if I don't include your favourites. Cue the music and let's get started. The first of many superheroes on my list, Thor Ragnarok. Not the best Marvel entry, but certainly the best of the Thunder Gods. I just reviewed it, Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle, a fantastic sequel. Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets, an original well-paced sci-fi adventure. Another great sequel, T2 Trainspotting. Not as groundbreaking as the original, but a classic in its own right. Star Wars The Last Jedi. Not the best in the saga, but certainly not the worst. Jar Jar Binks, anyone? After a few duds over the last decade, Spider-Man Homecoming proved that bringing him into the Marvel Cinematic Universe was the best decision Sony ever made. The best Marvel gave us in 2017, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. It was on par with the original. Finally, after years of waiting, we were finally given Justice League. Still waiting for the full team though. A sequel surpassing the original, John Wick Chapter 2. The almost non-stop action was awesome. And in first place, well, that's an easy one. Wonder Woman. A brilliant origin story with well-placed action that gave me goosebumps. A tremendous movie from start to finish. And that's it, my top 10 films of 2017. And I'm pretty sure your top 10 list will be different. Well, that's my time, so I shall say thanks for watching and subscribing if you have. Until the next time, peace out. I'm pretty sure at the beginning of the last year I said that I was going to go to the cinema more often. I thought I had. The trouble is there were times where there were movies at the cinema that I wasn't really interested in. And I think that's my problem. Instead of waiting for up to 2 months for a film I'm looking forward to, maybe I should start seeing films in between that, even the ones I'm not that interested in. Although I draw the line at any 50 Shades films, and anything starring Russell Brand.